All right, welcome back to Miami Dolphins High School Football Media Day. We're here with brand new Chaminade-Madonna head coach Dameon Jones and Xavier Williams. We're talking about the Lions' upcoming 2016 season. A lot of high expectations for this program right now. You know, a few weeks ago, you were ranked by Max Preps in the top 50 in the country. You know, and this team, a lot of talent, but there's been some changes over the last couple of weeks. I'll start with you, Coach. Tell us a little bit about coming in, you know, basically last minute, you got the phone call, they want you to lead this program. You know, what you've tried to kind of in a short amount of time been able to tell these kids on, you know, how to keep focus going forward?
Basically just to have faith in me. It's been a smooth transition just because of the kids, the parents, and the administration of the school. So, you know, it started like a little whirlwind, but it's calmed down, man, and just the support from the school has just made the transition real easy.
Xavier, how about that from the player's point of view? You know, you go through the off season with someone else there, and then now you get Coach Jones. I mean, how much did you know him from beforehand, and, you know, what's it been like with the transition?
I knew about his background, like what he did at Hollandale, and I think the biggest step was to just get everybody emotions out of the way and just to buy in.
Mm-hmm. What about, you know, his background made you feel like this is a guy that can come in and we're okay, like we're going to be all right, we can still accomplish everything we want to accomplish? Did a lot of the guys feel that way in the locker room?
Yes, sir. We watched his season from the year before, and they had a beautiful season. It could have ended well, of course, but, you know.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your team overall, man. How do you feel this offense is going to come together this year? I know you guys are running a new system. I mean, what do you like about it, and where do you think that you're going to fit into that?
The new offense, Coach Lane's offense, is very high tempo and fast, so you have to be ready for it, and you got to, you know.
Yeah. What makes you excited to see this kid, you know, from what you've seen so far, you know, compared to you've had tremendous receivers in the past that you've coached before. What kind of potential do you see out of this young man?
I see he could take his game to another level and just be on the same level as those guys, man. He just has the same amount of talent. So just him, I thought he was a senior. So, you know, that lets you know where I'm at. I'm trying to catch up. But he's going to his junior year, man. So the sky's the limit. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you already got all the names of the faces matched up yet? Still working on it?
Not yet. Working on that. Still working on that. Yeah, they still being patient with me, so it's okay.
Gotcha. Overall, your offense, tell me a little bit about some of the other guys there, you know, the quarterback, you know, your other receivers. What are you excited to see out of them this season?
I'm very excited to see our receivers put up numbers this year. First, it starts off with the line, so shouts out to the linemen.
Yeah.
We have Josh Ali, Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Marlon Mayo, Sean Shai. We have a lot of weapons on our offensive side.
What about the guys you're lining up against in practice on defense? What do you think of them?
They put in work. They got us today. James Williams, AJ, Bradley, the whole secondary, the whole defensive line. We have a beautiful defensive line. So.
You had told me earlier that your route running was something that you wanted to work on in the off season that maybe wasn't quite where you wanted it to be. What have you seen, you know, so far? Have you seen the results a little bit better, you know, so far in camp and everything like that?
Yes, sir. I still have a couple of things to tweak, and Coach Lane is going to get me right with those things.
Yeah. And Coach, you know, I mean, like you said, in that short amount of time, what you've seen out of this team, what do you feel is the biggest key that they need to have to get to that point, you know, where you had a successful team at Hollandale that got far, to kind of emulate that and maybe even take it a step further? What do you see that it has right now, and what do you see that still might be missing that needs to get there?
We're not far off. We're not far off. You know, it's like, you know, you have that heart, that dog in you.
Yeah.
So all of them got a dog, and I just kind of, you know, got to chime it out of them a little bit more, man. And from what I see, it's there. It's there, and, you know, just, you know, by week 1, week 2, hoping this thing just gel together, man, and just take off for the rest of the season. So I'm very excited about what I've seen thus far between, you know, from the defense and offense side of the ball. The offense is way further along than what I thought they would be at this point. So I'm pleased.
Coach, last year we thought maybe we weren't going to see you for some time, man. I mean, it looked like you said you were going to retire, take some time. you know, what's it like being back? You know, I mean, when you get in there, I'm sure it doesn't take that long for everything to kind of just, you know, come back to you.
Nah, it doesn't. I was enjoying retirement, but like I said, man, the only way I would coach high school football if it was at a private institution. And my next thing, college, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that's that was my mindset, and I was sticking with that. So, and that's what ended up happening. I was surprised by the phone call, grateful for the phone call, and we're here now.
Xavier, like Coach said, it seemed he almost thought you were a senior, and you know you play like a senior at this point, but you're still, you know, some time away from that. But it's starting to build up, you know, college recruiting and everything. Who's looking at you right now, and you know, just give me a little idea of where you are right now with that.
Florida, Florida State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, and that's really it.
Those are the teams right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What would you like in a school? You were telling me, I think you wanted a business program.
Yes,
that's what you're going to study.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things you're looking for from that side of it and football side of it in a college?
I want my parents to feel comfortable with leaving me there for 3 to 4 years without worrying about me, you know, welcoming, and just a great institution. And I want to play early.
Okay. And your parents are helping you out a lot with like preparing for that process, because obviously you know it's going to be the next like year and a half. They're going to be trying to tell you their school's the best thing in the world, and being able to decide, you know, which one is really telling you the truth, which one's kind of just selling you something. Who aside from your parents, you know, who kind of has been like a role model for you in that?
My older brother, he just graduated college actually, so he's really helping me out with this too.
Yeah, kind of giving you an idea of what's what, that sort of thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Coach. Good to have you back in South Florida again at the high school level, and catch the Chaminade-Madonna Lions in the 2016 season. You know, it could be an exciting playoff run.